We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello dear students, myself Sandhya. I am working as assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, Ahmedabad Institute of Technology. Today my lecture is about total station, and this lecture we will cover the following topics. Okay, what is a total station, what is the capability of total station, features of total station, important operations of total station, uses, advantages, applications, and the types of total station. So before starting our lecture, see, we know the basic purpose of surveying is for the measurement of horizontal distances, angle measurements, and reduced level calculations, etc. Okay, so this total station is a all-in-one instrument. Okay, it's a modern survey instrument. We can say that the introduction of this total station in the field of surveying is a revolution in the field of surveying. Okay, so we should study about this total station in detail, and along with this lecture also my request is to practically, okay, or with the help of any YouTube videos or any good demo, you can see and understand the various parts, and how this data is recorded, how it is transferred, and how it is useful for the measurement of all these things, distance, angles, and the reduced level coordinate, how it is measuring. Okay, so we'll start with what is a total station. Okay, total station is an surveying instrument. It's a combination of electromagnetic distance measurement and electronic theodolite. Okay, it's integrated with a microprocessor, electric data collector, and a storage system. Instrument can be used to measure horizontal, vertical angles as well as the sloping distances. Okay. Now, in this figure, all the features are marked inside. Okay, you can just go through this one and understand the various features. Okay, now we will see what are the accessories coming along with this total station. Okay, this is the portion already explained in the previous slide. Okay, this is the tripod, and this is the prism rod, and this is the prism arrangement. Okay, and it comes with the batteries. Okay, dry bags, and the containers. Okay, all this comes together with this total station. Okay, now we will see what is the capability of a total station. What are the things that can capable the total station is capable of. Okay, microprocessor unit in the total station process the data collected to compute the angle measurement, distance measurement, distance between any 2 points, elevation of a point, and 3 coordinates. Okay, what are the 3 coordinates? X, Y, and Z coordinates. X, Y is for our this thing. Okay, and this is our altitude, height of a point. Okay, now data collected and processed in the total station can be downloaded for a further processing. Okay, this instrument weighs between 50 to 55 Newton. A person can easily carry it into the field. Okay, total station with a different accuracy, angle measurement, and a different angle range of measurement are available in the market. One such instrument is manufactured by Sokia Limited, Tokyo also. Okay. In this figure, the parts of a total station are marked here. So there are almost 29 parts are listed out. Okay, so just go through this figure and try to understand where each part is assembled or located. Okay, we can just see this is the handle one, and the handle securing screw is there, and the third one is data input or output terminal is the third one, and the fifth one is the battery cover. This is the slot where battery is inserting, and the 12th one is the display panel. Okay, and the 26th, that is telescopic eyepiece, is there. Okay, and 29 instrument center mark is here. Okay, and what is 22 is the plate level is here, and 26 already I told you that one. 27 is the focusing ring. Okay, this is a focusing ring. Okay, so just go through this figure and try to understand the parts clearly. Okay, now we will see what are the features of a total station. Okay, the feature is a control panel. Okay, control panel. We can measure the angles, distances, and onboard software is installed. Internal and external memories are there. Data recording and transferring. The data recorded can be saved, and we can transfer the data with the help of a USB cable, and it is supplied with the power supply. Okay, accessories are already I have told you the accessories, and a reflectorless distance measurement and a graphical display arrangement. These all are the features of a total station. So now we will see the important operation of a total station. It can be used for a distance measurement purpose. Suppose the 2 points are there, A and B. The points can be accessible or inaccessible points. We can measure the distance between these 2 points, A and B, with the help of a total station. And for the measurement of angles, both the horizontal angles and vertical angles can be measured with the help of this total station. Okay, this one point, and the second point, third point is there. We can measure the horizontal angle between these points. Okay, and along with that one also we can measure the vertical distances also. Okay, if we are keeping our instrument here, and suppose one building is coming here, so if you want to measure the vertical angle between this point and the top of the building, we can measure this vertical angle also. And elevation measurement, elevation of some points. Okay, this is one point, another point is the elevated point, so we can measure this elevation of these 2 points and find out the elevation differences also. And for the coordinate measurement purpose, that is x, y, and z coordinates. Okay, so after recording all these data, okay, these data are in the form of point data. We can save it in the electronic book. Okay, and these data can be processed, displayed, and we can utilize this data for the further calculation purposes. Now we will see the first thing, distance measurement. I already told you that it can be used for the measurement of a horizontal distance between any 2 points. This can be done with the help of electromagnetic distance measurement. Okay, I said a total station is a combination of EDM and electronic theodolite. Okay, so the first part, the EDM part, is for a measurement of horizontal distances, and see the range is varies from 2.8 kilometer to 4.2 kilometer. Okay, and accuracy measure, it is accuracy is about 5 mm to 10 mm per kilometer, and they are used with the automatic target recognizers, and distance measured is always sloping distance from instrument to the object. Now we will see the angle measurement part, and for the angle measurement part, the electronic theodolite we are using. Okay, so the combination of EDM and the electronic theodolite is used for the measurement of angles. Okay, vertical angle, yeah, horizontal angle. For measurement of horizontal angles, any convenient direction may be taken as reference direction. For vertical angle measurement, vertical upward zenith is taken as the reference direction. So in case of an angle measurement, the accuracy varies between 2 to 6 seconds. Now we will see. Okay, see one electric pole is there. It is this is our theodolite station. Theodolite station. These 2 points. Suppose if these points are inaccessible. So we want to measure the horizontal distances, vertical distances, elevation between these 2 points. We can utilize the theodolite survey. Okay. So now we'll see how the data is processing. The instrument is provided with an inbuilt microprocessor. Okay, the microprocessor averages a multiple observation with the help of slope, distance, vertical and horizontal angles measured when height of axis of instrument and target are supplied. The microprocessor computes automatically the distances, angles and the coordinates. Okay. Now the processor is capable of applying temperature and pressure corrections to the measurement too. Okay, it will automatically give the correction to temperature and pressure according to the site. Okay, according to the climatic condition from site to site, from one location to the another location, there are chances of some corrections. Okay, with the due to temperature or a pressure difference. This processor can apply these corrections automatically. Now display. Electronic display unit is capable of displaying various values when respective keys are pressed. There are various in the display box. There are various buttons. Okay, if pressing in each button, it will display the various values. Okay, the system is capable of displaying horizontal distance, vertical distance, horizontal and vertical angle, difference in elevation between 2 points, and the three coordinate that of a observed points. Okay. Now, I said the point data that we are collecting is stored in an electronic notebook. It's like a compact disk. Okay, the data storage varies between 2000 points to 4000 point data, and surveyor can, after taking all the readings, we can save it and we can download or we can transfer the data with the help of a USB cable to our computer for the further utilization of the data. Now we will see what are the uses of total station. Okay, we mentioned so many times that its main purpose is for the horizontal distance and the slope distance measurement, and it will give the difference in height or elevations. It can display vertical angle and horizontal angle. It can give the height about any place or any location. It gives the distance above the datum, that is mean sea level, and it can measure the coordinate of a particular point also. Now, as compared with the other conventional method of surveying, it should have some advantages. Obviously, it should have some advantages over another surveying methods. Okay, what are the advantages? And it can carry out very fast. Okay, field work can carry out very fast. Accuracy measurement is very high. If even if the points are inaccessible, we can carry out very fast this process, and manual errors involved in readings and recordings are eliminated, and calculation of coordinates is very fast and accurate. Even corrections already according to the site conditions, if some temperature or pressure corrections has to be made, then it can do it automatically. Computers can be employed for map making and plotting contour and cross section. Contour intervals and scales can be changed in no time. Okay. Now we will see application. Obviously, we are civil engineers, and the major application it will come in the field of surveying, land surveys, and for the civil engineers. It's either for recording the features of topographic survey or set out features like roads, houses, and boundaries. And another use is for the archaeologists to record the excavations, and for the police to create the crimes scene investigation applications, and private accident reconstruction and insurance companies also utilize this for the measurement of scenes. Okay, so first one is for land survey, second is for the civil engineer, archaeologist is using, crime and cyber cell is using this one. Okay, insurance companies are also using this for total station as a application. Okay, total stations are primarily survey instrument used for mining purposes also. Okay, for the mining site survey purposes, we can use total station, and total station can used for the absolute location of tunnel holes. Okay, if a tunnel is constructing. Okay, so in that case also, for the location of a tunnel holes also, we can use the total station surveying. These data that we are saving it can be downloaded to our laptop or any software device with the help of any software. We can compare we can make the design accordingly and compare to the design layout of the tunnel. Okay. Now, another application is in the construction layout, highest standard for most form of construction layout. Another one is, we know now commercial and industrial construction jobs are entered around the building information modeling. The coordinates for every pipe, conduit, duct or hanger support are available with a digital precision with the help of this total station. Another application is in the field of meteorology, and total station is used for tracking weather balloons. Okay, for determining upper level winds. Another one is for tracking ceiling balloons to determine the height of clouds, where the clouds are layers are located, and these data can be used for the aviation or weather forecasting or rocket launches. Okay, so even it can be used in space science also for the weather forecasting part and all. Okay. Now, what are the types of total station? Total stations are an ordinary type, that is mechanical or manually operated type, and the advanced version came motorized total station, auto-lock total station, robotic and a fully automatic total station. Okay, these are the four types of total station. So, in this lecture, we have covered about what is total station, what are the uses of total station, features of total station, applications, its advantages and types. Okay. So, along with this lecture, you can just refer one video demo also for the actual working, or how to use it in the field, how they are recording the data, how they are transferring the data, and how they are utilizing it for the future applications. Okay, so students, total station, as I have mentioned earlier, okay, we can say that it's introduction of total station in the field of surveying. Okay, in the field of civil engineering is really a revolution. Okay, so thank you so much, students, for your valuable time. Okay, if you can any doubt, please refer some video demos. Okay, thank you so much.